has been a pushback on traditional masculinity. With less father figures in real life, more time spent online, and loads of information on why masculinity is damaging to both men and women, young men just don't know how they're supposed to act, especially when it comes to interacting with women. A lot of the social importance has been heavily favored towards empowering women in recent years, and it's left a lot of dudes feeling like they are underappreciated or undervalued for what they do. Neither gender is exclusively at fault here.
Stop the cap! Stop the cap right now! Stop the cap!
What up, gents? Welcome to TS Young Cut. I'm your host, Sean C. Today we're going to be reviewing a video by a content creator named Cole Hastings. And listen, I've given the impression that Cole Hastings in this video isn't for men. What this video is a breakdown of the battling dynamics between men and women in modern society today. In some things, I actually agree with Cole on. It's going to take some work on both sides. But I disagree with Cole because this argument that seems to be throughout this video, women are justified, and I just don't agree. The link to the full video will be down in the description below, and with that being said, let's get started.
On the one hand, you have a lot of men within red pill spaces pushing the narrative that marriage and getting into a serious relationship with just one woman is not worth it anymore, that modern women are delusional, and that marriage is heavily skewed in a woman's favor, so this deters young men from pursuing the traditional part of masculinity related to being a provider for a family. And
I think when we talk about men in the manosphere space not wanting to get married, it's because of the video clips that we show them. Channels like this are a little bit different from the Fresh and Fits of the world, because Fresh and Fits seem to be going for that virality, how women in society are just these terrible people. I've said on this channel that I do not want men to hate women. I don't want for men to walk around being bitter about it, but I make no qualms about talking about the behaviors of modern women that are leading to a lot of the things that we see today.
I mean, as long as you can provide and take me on trips, take me out. I really love going out to eat. I love steakhouses. I want to go out the country. I want to take a vacation, but I don't want to pay for anything.
If you're talking to a guy that claims to be interested in dating you and you say something like, oh, I'm going to get my nails done or my hair, I'm going to the mall, and he does not offer to send you money to contribute to that, you need to block him.
I caught 64 bodies in 5 years.
Oh my God!
And then I had this best friend. She was in her whole stage, and then I caught like 50 bodies arrested me.
She belongs to the streets.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I think men need to be aware of the type of women that they're going to come across. They will come around these men, smelling a perfume, but their tongue is full of poison.
I know that a lot of these red pill guys are not intentionally trying to demotivate you, but when you tell men that they should just say screw it to marriage and do all the work that they're doing for themselves and for themselves only, I think this leaves a lot of guys feeling empty, like all their work is for nothing, because in the end it won't even be appreciated. These types of narratives pushed by hardcore red pillars also completely skew the perception of how women think and act.
I have to somewhat agree with him, and this is one of the dilemmas as a content creator. You want to be able to give men good advice that is going to help them make better and informed choices with the people, particularly the women that they interact with. But I know firsthand, every time that I've tried to put out content that showed positive motivation, things that would make men look forward to having a relationship that could possibly lead to more, those videos do not get watched. Some men want to thrive in the negative. This stuff is quite entertaining, and there's nothing wrong with consuming this type of content for entertainment. But I really don't want to leave you guys where you feel that there's no hope. So stick around to the end of this video, and I have a few clips on how I believe, and also Cole believes, that there are actually good women out there in relationships to be found for a particular type of men. And I know it's going to help some of you guys.
And on the other hand, we have all of these large media sources giving positive masculinity no attention and trying to empower women and have them be more represented as working class citizens who are capable of just as much as men are. Which, side note, I don't think is a bad thing on its own, but then we also have women spreading the idea that men are not needed anymore. And if you really do want a man, then you should wait for the absolute perfect one to come into your life.
Do men need women?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not. We're here on a girls' trip because we have each other and we've had the most fun. There's been no stress, no drama, no text messages. We're living our best life. Exactly.
And I think that this is one of the problems that men have with modern women today. Men have a problem with women putting themselves on such a high pedestal. They are upset that they're getting priced out of a market.
And I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I could give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore.
You have average women who think that they're 8s, 9s, and 10s only because some Chad or Tyrone blew out their stank hole, and now they think their value is up there with the actual 8, 9s, and 10s. We see in this space all the time the unrealistic expectations of modern women today and how those unrealistic expectations have priced out some good guys who would be perfect for those women.
I, as a plus size girl, wouldn't date someone who's plus size.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Because I want a guy who I can look at and admire and be like, oh, you know, like, I would like to be that way. I would like to date someone who's fit, obviously, because I want them to be strong and, you know, all this stuff.
So it's this really destructive cycle of men feeling like they have no reason to improve, which makes the quality of great men who qualify for relationships decrease. And on top of that, women are raising their standards for what they will tolerate with a man because they now have the power to do so, but simultaneously wonder why there aren't more men who fit the bill, not realizing that it's this I don't need a man mentality that leads to there being less great men in the first place.
If you ask the average guys what they look for and expect in a woman, most guys' answers aren't going to vary too much from man to man. But when you ask modern women today what they're looking for in a man that they want in their life, each one of them have these long lists of just unrealistic expectations. So this narrative that women can't find a man isn't because men have changed in their expectations. It's that women's expectations have changed. In some instances, it's for the better. But really, it's this delusional thought that they can have the top tier man even when they're not top tier women.
What does a man need to do to get you guys to notice him?
We want a man who acts like a man, who's manly, who takes care of things. Leader. I don't need you to kill an alligator with your hands, but I need to feel so feminine around you because you are so masculine that I can turn my brain off because I know you've got it.
The more that women embrace the choice we have and who we want as a partner, the more it terrifies the males who fear they won't be chosen.
And this is coming from a woman with a purple bonnet on. I mean, seriously, you can't make this shit up.
The more that women exercise their right to choose the kind of partner they want, or if they even want a partner at all, the more it terrifies the males who know they don't fit the bill physically, socially, and or financially. Because most males, I would argue, are mediocre and are lacking a lot of important qualities you need to have a successful partnership.
This woman has the nerve to get on here and be the representative of why women don't see potential in regular dudes. The purple bonnet wearing woman. Now listen, there's no knock to this woman because I don't know her. She did call men mediocre.
We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
You still see these women complaining about men that run through them, skeet them up with some Pookie juice, and then complain that there's no good men out there. So at what point do these women who have raised their standards have to look at themselves and say, my standards are mediocre, my choices are subpar? Women have to take accountability of this.
So how old are you, Sam?
28.
28. You have any kids?
6.
Damn! Sam, you really have 6 kids?
Yes, ma'am.
How many women you have 6 kids by?
4, baby mom.
Sam, give me the ages, baby.
Oldest 9, 3, 2, 11 months. You ready? 10 months, and then 3 weeks old. Yep, that's me.
Girl tell me not to blame people for my actions. I'm gonna blame her. The fuck? I don't care. I'm gonna blame her.
You can't blame her.
No, I can't. I was 7 months celibate. She was in the beginning of her whole stage. I was trying to show her, like, you can't do this, you can't do this.
But then you just did it. You said, fuck it. You gave in to the dark side. You gave him 50. You gave him 50 ball. You gave him a 50 ball.
I'm gonna blame her though. I fucked up.
Are you stupid or something?
But there's a comment I want to bring up underneath this video that will lead us to the next place I want to go with this. This woman said, gonna be a whole lot more single, lonely men in our future, but they brought that on themselves. Did they really bring that on themselves though?
Have you seen these women out here today?
I literally used to drive something like this 2 years ago. It's insane. It's a sweet bike. Alright, my bad. I didn't mean to like intrude or anything. My name's Adam. Nice to meet you.
Sweet, I just gotta get going.
Okay. Alright, yeah, my bad. No worries. Take care. No, it's like that? Okay. What are your plans? Okay. Alright, yeah, no worries. Watch this shit. Guarantee she comes. She figures out I drive this for like 2 seconds.
I feel so bad.
Would you guys cheat for $100?
Would I cheat from? All right, probably. Yeah.
You're for real?
I'm being for real.
Why?
I mean, it's $100. Is $100.
Hi, sorry about that. You're just really beautiful. Can I get your number by any chance?
Thank you, but you're gonna have to try a little harder than that. I'm tired of broke guys like you thinking you can just like get me, you know?
I'm just trying to give out free money today, giving like $1,000, like no big deal.
You still have the money?
No.
Why not? I'll do anything.
You do anything?
Yeah.
How about you get a job?
Dude, there is an epidemic of gold digging in this country.
Women want men to make the first move, but when men do make a move, unless they're the man that those women specifically want, they want to call those guys creepy. Women want men to make the first move, but they want the exact men that they want to make the first move.
For men, in terms of how the online world influences their perception of women, I've noticed that there's 2 opposing sides to it. First, there's this rabbit hole of only a certain type of woman highlighted on social media that they get sucked into. Like I shared earlier, because many young men don't have any sort of father figure or role model in their lives, and at the same time are being taught that their masculine traits are wrong, they usually get sucked into the men who stand out the most when it comes to fighting back against these sorts of ideas. And the men who stand out the most, due to the fact that they post the most controversial, polarizing takes, are usually the red pill content creators. There are obviously big issues with this. The only type of women you will usually see on their podcasts are the ones who are either uneducated, have an OnlyFans they're trying to promote, or both. And this creates the idea in young, impressionable guys' mind that this must be how most women are thinking and acting.
There's very few men, very rare men, that will step up to the plate to take care of another man's child.
I'm not surprised.
Let's say you raise your son, right? And he became successful, became self-made millionaire, or maybe he became a doctor or a lawyer, right? Making $300,000, $400,000 a year, right? Very successful. And he meets a woman that is 28, 29 with kids from another man. Do you think that's a good investment on his end to take that woman seriously and marry her?
That's his life and that's his decision.
Would you want your son to take that woman seriously? Or would you advise him, hey, you know what? Maybe it's better that you go and look for something else?
If it was my son?
Yeah, your son.
Honestly, I would say, like, no kids. Find a bitch who doesn't have kids. Live
all right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally, you're being honest.
Because it's the truth.
She knows it.
Now he's talking about the Fresh and Fits, the Andrew Tates. He's talking about the people who say and give very strong opinions. And while I understand why men find comfort in this, that somebody seems to understand and share their plight, you should not hate these women. You should only dislike the behaviors. To think that this is how all women are thinking, feeling, and acting is kind of irresponsible. But I think where Cole gets this wrong is that we're seeing these behaviors not only in these influencers and OnlyFans models, but we're seeing these behaviors in what are seemingly regular women.
Chloe, I've known you for 6 years now. I have known since the day I met you that I wanted you to be my friend and partner forever. And today I thought on this beautiful day in this beautiful place I would make it official and ask you to be my wife.
Please stop. Please stop. Put it away. I'm serious.
That man's obsessed with me forever till this day. I say beat him.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Babe, I beat up my ex and that man still hits me up.
Exactly. The ones that you beat up, they want.
I told you, they're dogs. Train them.
They are. They're not
Train
right.
them. Put them on a fucking leash and train them.
You are a selfish, cold-hearted, horrible human being.
And guess what? The one ex I didn't beat up is in a happily married.
73% of men experience DV at some point in their lives, but only 13% will ever report it. Why? Well, you just showed us why.
Now, as for women and their expectations, we already know where this goes. Dating apps are 80% men, 20% women, and this is how the majority of young people meet now. 20% of women can choose from the very top percentage attractiveness of these dating apps as a result. Women can make their own money and be their own person without a man, and therefore what you need to be doing as a man for a lot of women is to be truly exceptional in all aspects of life. Most women actually do have the option to choose the best option.
When we talk about the younger generation of women saying, well, we want men who make six figures and we want this, because they listen to all that social media with this. Right. And one discussion I had when they was like, well, I want a man who makes six figures, they're like 25, 28 and things. I said, pull up labor and statistics. I said, there are barely 18% of Americans. Now, mind you, it's like 400 million hours, right? 18% of Americans that make six figures.
Yeah, that's hard to come by.
18%.
That's hard.
18% that make six figures. They was like, damn, that's it. But social media have you thinking 100% of black people make it. And then I said, okay, now take out how many of them are black people. Going to 6%, barely to 6% black people. I said, now take out how many of them are 25 to 35-year-old black men. Now, you might have 0.02 of that, right? I said, so because the rest of them either my age or older and married or divorced or older. I said, so now, instead of you finding someone your age that is fiscally responsible and y'all can grow together to the six figures, you looking for one that's going to come out the sky. So that's your percentage of athletes in there, and that's six figures. That's your percentage of black men who went to college for certain things and starting off the jump. So you got to find one who's financially responsible, mentally responsible, spiritually responsible, and y'all grow together. Because the chances of you balling out with a six-figure dude your age, 25 to 35, is very rare.
A lot of men, as an argument, like to say, oh, if you keep up these standards, you're going to be single when you're 40, and you're going to be wondering where have all the good men gone, and you're going to wish that you never held out that long. But I honestly think that, yes, some of these women are going to wish that they didn't hold out for this perfect man that may have never existed or that may not be at the same standards as they think they are. But a lot of these women are not going to care that they're single.
I'm 42, and that means half of my life is over.
I'm not okay being single. I don't want to be single, and I get depressed.
As a person who has been single for me personally my whole life.
I'm 53.
I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it myself.
I get my feelings hurt. I don't want to be a hookup. 3 failed relationships since my marriage had ended.
And I have really missed having someone to talk to.
Currently I don't date, and it's purely for the reason that I am exhausted.
I am done with all of these games. I'm done with men.
Why is it so hard to find your person?
You created this problem.
Women do care about not being alone. Women do care when they have given up their opportunity to have a family later in life. They do care about it. They want somebody, but they don't know how to be with somebody anymore.
It's actually wild to me how many below average looking dudes I walk by on a daily basis who have girlfriends simply because they have something going for them, they're friendly, romantic, and confident, and they actually approach women in real life. And that leads me to ask, how do we stop the never-ending, constant battle between men and women that is now only amplified in the digital age?
So I want you guys to actually have hope. I see these average guys all the time talking to seemingly cute, beautiful women. And you look at it and you wonder, how did this dude get this girl? The men who are actually willing to have something for themselves, do something for themselves, and prove as best they can are still able to get girlfriends. And these women seem pretty nice, pretty straightforward. And you look and you say, well, if things are as bad as red pillars make it seem, how am I seeing these average dudes with good looking girls? It's totally possible.
How do you know if your man is happy? Have you paid enough attention to his mannerisms, befores and afters? Have you done your research? Have you even asked him? Let me rephrase that. Have you asked him without putting him in a position to feel like he needs to lie to keep your mouth from becoming disrespectful or not understanding him?
I respect my man. I don't do that. Because if I go out dressed a certain way, I know I'm looking for some kind of attention that I'm not looking for. I'm committed to him and only him. I don't do that.
How old are you?
23.
How long you been in your relationship?
4.5 years.
Has he proposed to you yet?
No, but I'm hoping he does soon.
What makes you so hopeful?
I feel like he really loves me, and I hope he does. Like, this is his sister. Yeah.
How long you been together?
Today. 2 years today.
2 years today. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Should he have any say in the friends that you keep around you?
Definitely. I feel like he should, because maybe there's people I don't notice that is bad for me. There are times where I've had friends that were terrible for me, and I was very, very ignorant and blind to it. And I would tell him things that would happen, and he would be like, "Oh, baby, but this is happening," and I wouldn't notice. And after a while, I actually got hurt.
But I soon realized that maybe that's my problem. I took something about him and I made it about me. Accountability. Next time I needed to try to be a bit more understanding. Softer approach. Without judgment and without haste to shut him down. To put him in a space of love and sincerity. Hey, I've noticed you've been spending more time at work. You've been a little bit more quiet. You've been playing the game a lot and I miss you. Is there anything that I can do to help you feel more at home, more at peace?
How much do you expect him to spend on a wedding ring?
I don't want him to spend too much. I think he should spend like less than $2K.
I feel like the price of the jewelry isn't the price of the love. It's however much they can spend. Yeah. I feel like.
Why not push for, the $10,000 ring or the $15,000 ring?
He doesn't have the salary for it. Plus, I'm just not a material person. I feel like if he loves me and just thinks of a ring of me, that's worth it. It doesn't matter the amount.
He helped me out of my situation, and so I agree. As long as it's not like, oh, you can't hang out with this person, you can't go out, not like that. Not in a toxic way, but like give your advice. You talk to them, let them know, I don't like you with this person, I don't feel like this person is correct for you, like that, in my opinion.
And does the same thing go for him with you? Yeah. So it's important to value your partner, the person who you're intimate with, more so over the friends. Definitely.
And if you like this video today, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and watch this video right here. I promise you, you won't regret it.